Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Hef. Welcome to Hef Trade. In this channel, I plan to journal my trades on a daily or weekly basis and post videos to YouTube so I can share my trading journey with the world. If you would like to watch videos like this, please click the like button and consider subscribing so that you can be notified of any future videos when I release them in the coming weeks. As this is my first video, I'd like to start by explaining what it is that I do in this. As this is my first video, I would like to start by explaining what I plan to do with my channel and also how I plan to make money through the stock market. First of all, I am an options trader. That is my primary strategy. I am very interested in trading options and learning all there is to know about the markets and the options market. There are many videos on YouTube that you can watch about learning how to trade options, what options are, the different types of options, and I have plenty of resources and people that I know who have great videos on YouTube for you to watch if you are looking to learn how to trade options. If you are interested in learning how to trade options, I actually am a teacher, so I am very interested in teaching others how to trade options and what they mean and what they do. So you can definitely comment below and leave me a note and ask, what it is that you're looking to learn. On a day-to-day basis, I monitor my portfolio, which you see here on the screen. I use the Tastyworks trading platform, and Tastyworks has the cheapest margin rates as well as the cheapest commissions for multi-leg strategies. Since I use multi-leg strategies quite often, I do enjoy the cheaper rates that are offered by Tastyworks, although I know there are other brokers out there who do have cheap rates as well. If you know of another broker that does have cheaper rates than Tastyworks, please leave a comment below so that I can learn from you. As we get started today, I want to share the positions that I have open that I will carry into 2023. As the time of recording this video, it is currently the end of December in 2022. So I'm going to get started with unpacking each of my positions. Right now I have 8 different positions on. Some are doing well, some are doing terrible, and that's just the nature of the game. Sometimes things go the way that you want them to go, sometimes they go terribly wrong. And that's just how it goes. With options trading, you are playing a probabilities game and you are working to make the best of what you can and move on, take profits, take winners, manage losers, and sometimes just take losers. That's how you have to do it. So first, let's start with one of my favorite companies. It's ChargePoint. I'm a pretty big ChargePoint bull, although ChargePoint has been pretty beaten down in the past couple months. I am a strong believer that the EV space will take over or become well adopted in the United States and around the world as energy shifts away from fossil fuels and more towards renewable energy. I believe ChargePoint will be a beneficiary of this type of shift. So in this position right here, as you can see, I have 3 different positions on. First, I have a long call. That's the 8 call for January 17. That is in 2025, so that's 750 days to expiration. I paid $550 to open that position, and currently it is down $163. It is at $387 as of today. I also have a ratio spread that is helping me finance the purchase of this $550 long call. Although I could afford to pay for this $550 long call with my account, I decided that I wanted to reduce my cost basis on this position, and I was planning to sell calls in order to reduce my cost basis. Unfortunately, since ChargePoint is at such a low price right now at $8.87, I am forced to try to use different strategies, which would include ratio spreads. So as you can see, I have 1 call, that's the 13 call for January 20th, 2023, and then I have 3 short calls for the 1050 call, that is January 20th, 2023, both expiring in 22 days from now. This short call gave me a credit of $54, and so that's about 10% of the amount of money that I collected for this long call. And in order for me to profit, the price of ChargePoint has to stay below $10.50 by the expiration date in 22 days. So far, that's looking pretty good, although this hasn't really given me much of a profit. A couple days ago, it was about 50% profit, but I'm looking to hold for a little bit longer since I'll be in this position for about 2 to 3 years. So moving on from that and to our next spot here, IWM. IWM with the Russell 2000. And Tastyworks, you can see the names of the positions, the names of the stocks up here on the top right. iShares Trust, iShares Russell 2000. This is a small cap ETF. So currently I have a February position on, 50 days to go with this. This is an Iron Condor. The Iron Condor has the two short legs and 2 long legs. Both are currently nicely out of the money. If we were to look at the trade tab over here and we go to February, we would find if we're looking at IWM right here, Gibbs, I just let you out. My goodness, what do you need, water? All right, moving on to the second position in the portfolio, we have IWM, which is the Russell 2000 ETF. Currently, it is sitting at $173, and I have an Iron Condor on for this position. I have 2 short legs and 2 long legs as protection. The short legs are the 190 call and the 155 call put, and then the long legs are the 150 put and the 195 call. I put this trade on just about 7 days ago, and I opened the position for a $120 credit. Currently, it is sitting at $107, so I'm up about $12 to $13 on this position. This is doing really well, and in fact, I'm pretty excited that it is staying within the bounds of this 150, 155, and 190 call. So if we look at the trade tab, we can kind of break down what this means. Currently, the 155 and 150 puts are down here around the 12 and 8 deltas. So that's pretty good for me because they are quite a bit out of the money. Looking up at the call side, we see that the call side is around the 16 and the 9 delta, so also those are well out of the money. If things go well, I expect that this trade will stay out of the money for probably the entirety of the trade, and I will see my profit target through this trade, which I plan to take off once it reaches $54, which is my target, just a little bit above 50% profit. So that is our position for IWM. Looking at Plug Power, my goodness, this is my my bag holder right here. Plug Power has gotten beaten down for quite some time in the market, and unfortunately, they are an unprofitable company, as is ChargePoint, and that is probably the bigger reasons why their stock prices are lower. I've been holding on to this position, unfortunately, since August, and I do not see any nearsighted positive news that is coming in terms of ChargePoint. This is my big bag right here. I'm holding this at a $239 loss based on the current trade price. But if we go over to the right side and we look through the options chains, the order chains here, you can see that I opened this position on August 25th for a credit of $94. I then rolled this about a month later for another credit of $90, bringing my total credit up to $184. I then rolled it a third time on October 12th, and I received another credit of $43, and a fourth time I've rolled this thing for another credit of $45, bringing my entire credit up to $272 for the trade. But I did open the 22 and a half put um, in um, in the October cycle. That was during August when I opened it, and it has just decreased. The stock price has decreased through my short put since then, and so I've been trying to roll this position over and over to be able to decrease some of my losses. And currently, it is just sitting around this $12, $11 mark. Not moving very much. So I might eventually end up taking assignment on this position. Who knows what will happen, but I do have enough money in my account to be able to take assignment of this position and perhaps just hold this as a long-term buy and hold, which primarily wasn't my intention for this portfolio, but as I've traded this portfolio for over just about a year now, and this is my first bag that I've held on to. I do see this as a good potential stock for the future space of the transport industry with cars and what's it called? 18-wheelers. I do see Plug Power as a stock which could take advantage of how can I talk about it if I don't even know what it does? Similar to the EV space, I see Plug Power as a company that has potential to the upside for benefiting the transportation industry. So I would like to, I don't mind taking shares for this company. So we will see. Currently, this trade has just about 78 days to go. I opened it, like I said, in August, and I've rolled it out all the way to March. So I still have a lot of time. It could recover, but who knows what will happen. Really have to see what the Federal Reserve will do with interest rates in the next couple months. And if those become favorable to the stock market, then Plug Power could be a beneficiary to that. But we don't really know, so we just have to wait. Fourthly, we got QQQ, the NASDAQ ETF. Currently, I have a bunch of different positions on in here, and I'll explain the 6 different positions that I have going on. So first, starting with a butterfly, I have a call butterfly going on right here, expiring in 22 days in the January monthly cycle. This trade I originally put on because it was a broken wing butterfly and it became profitable, so I was able to take one of the short legs or one of the long legs and push it closer to the short leg, which then returned all the credit and reduced all the risk out of the trade. And so I'm just holding this as kind of a lottery ticket in a sense that if the market does somehow rally all the way up to $290, then can see the max profit out of this position. Otherwise, I'll just let this expire worthless. It's not really hurting my portfolio, and I don't really need to do anything. It is something to look at on a daily basis, but again, it's not something I have to think about, and it's not taking up any of my buying power. Second position I have for QQQ is a short call. So again, this kind of plays into the whole idea of the market staying below this $290 area for the NASDAQ. The February cycle with the 284 and 288 short call spread. This is currently doing pretty well with the price being at $265 for the NASDAQ. Then I don't have to worry about this position right now. I'm up a few dollars on this. It looks like about 5 or 6, so nothing too exciting to look at the moment. But if the benefit of having these 2 positions on simultaneously is that if the market does end up rallying through my short call spread over here, then what will happen is my butterfly will actually protect me because there is a large profit margin that I can make from the market rallying up to the butterfly's position at the 290 strike, and there is some losses that I'll take on with the short call spread at the 284 288 mark. So this kind of has like a ladder effect. Like as the market climbs, the short call spread will lose money, but the short butterfly will gain money. So that's kind of the reasoning behind why I have this short butterfly on. Again, as I showed you before with IWM, I do have some profit targets here at $50. This trade will automatically exit, and Currently, it's sitting at 104, so still looking at a little more than 50% profit to reach the target, but just have to be patient. There's still just about 22 days to expiration for the first part and 50 days to the expiration for the second part. So nothing to be too impatient about there. The fifth position I have on is for Shopify. I opened this position quite some time ago, probably about in. I opened this position in December. Let's see. Shopify. I opened the January one. When did I open this? Oh, that's QQQ. Shopify. My fifth position I have going on here. The fifth position I have going on here is Shopify. Shopify is currently sitting at $34.21. I have a strangle on for Shopify with the 30-40 put call, and that has 50 days to expiration. I opened this position a few months ago. This was actually opened at the beginning of December with a short put at the 35 put. Since then, Shopify has decreased in price. The Federal Reserve came out with their rate increase just after I opened this position, about two weeks after I opened this position, and I think that caused a little bit of turmoil in this stock. I opened with a 142 credit, and then after the Federal Reserve came out with their news about the rate hikes, which was expected, I put on a 43 call so that I could have some protection to the downside. So I turned this into a long position to a neutral position because I was trying to be defensive with this trade, and I was trying to protect my downside with some with the call from the upside to be able to break even, decrease my break even price on the lower end. What you'll see over here is that I rolled this position from the 43 call down to the 40 call, and I collected $41 in credit. And then after some time, about the next day, in fact, I decided that it would be good for me to widen my strikes and also reduce my risk to be able to roll this from January out to February. And I rolled the 40 call to the 40 call in February, and I collected the credit for that. And then I was able to luckily roll the 35 put down to the 30 put, and I was still able to collect a 20 credit. So that was pretty nice. My current trade price for this is 303. So I have this strangle going. It has a decent amount of theta, $6 per day, so that's really nice. And also it is trading above the 303 that I'm looking for. So if I were to close this trade, I would be closing it around 303, and it's currently at 366. So about $60 to go until this trade should close. My profit target is around 295. The reason for the $8 extra dollars below 303 is so that I can get some of the money back for the rolls and the commissions that I paid. So I gotta pay for the costs. So that's the Shopify position. Looking at SPY over here in February, 50 days to go. I have the 400 and 404 call spread. I am pretty confident that SPY, or not confident, but I am on the mindset that the SPY will stay below the 400 area. 400 being a decent psychological number that people will see if it trades up to that high. Secondly, this being a $4 wide, it has some decent width to it, so I thought that would be a good width for my account size. I did collect $114 to open this trade, so it is below the 1/3 width of the strikes mantra that people talk about. But for me, I prefer to trade something that's near about a quarter width of the strikes because I have found that I have a higher success rating with trading a quarter width of the strikes between a quarter and a third. So if I can collect a third, that's great. But if I can collect about a quarter, then I'm happy with that as well. It does take about $300 in buying power, which is not a big deal for my account. I'm happy to use that as part of my trade. And then I also have a profit target over here. $57 is the profit target, is about $70 away from that. So it's still got some time to work. It is down about $13, but as you can see, it is $382 at the moment, $400 staying below $400, it will be profitable. So I just have to wait it out. And the IV is kind of low right now, so I'm not really counting on the IV to come down to benefit my position. Just have to let the theta decay $1 a day do its job, and waiting around just to make some money is no big deal for me. Got two last positions to talk about, and that will be the end of the video here. VXX, the volatility from the futures volatility. This position I put on quite some time ago, and I will not talk too long about this because, as you can see, everything here is in the money, and for a short position, that's not a good news. So I'll probably end up realizing a max loss on this of $300, which is the width of these 15-18 short put spread. But I rolled this position from its open, and then I rolled it once, and I was only able to collect a $10 credit. So the max amount of money that I was able to collect for this position was 95 cents. So it's not too good, but like I said, it's about a third of the width of the strikes, and that will have my max loss at about $205. So not terrible, but it's it's not preferable. Then my last position here, an iron condor for XOP for oil. Currently it is at $134, just above my short put spread and way below my short call spread. This position has done me some good in the past 22 days. As you can see, the price is between the 130 and 150 puts and calls. So we'll look over here on the order chains. I opened this position as an iron condor for $175 credit. That is just around 1/3 of the width of the strikes, and that was pretty nice. Opened that in the beginning of December with 49 days to go. After some time, I opened that at the 165 and 170 strike, and for the call side, and I was able to roll down for 50-cent credit. So that brought my total price up to $225, reducing my max loss to $275, and also collecting more credit so that I can increase the 50% profit target that I hope to achieve in the next few days. I might actually take this position off tomorrow, as it's 21 days to go, and that's kind of the Tastyworks trade plan that they talk about. 21 days to go, taking off these trades. So right now the position is open. It's doing well. It has $34, $36 of profit on the table. So I might end up taking this off tomorrow, and we'll see what happens there. So that's my portfolio for right now. Out of all these 8 positions, I have this is kind of doing bad and good, so that's all right. This is doing well. This is doing terrible. This is doing well, doing well, doing well, bad, and doing well. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions out of 8 that are all doing really well, and then I have this one's doing kind of meh. I would say probably on the bad side. So 5 out of 8, not bad. More than half of the positions are doing well, and I just added more money to my account yesterday, so I look to reach about a 10% profit goal for this year by the end of 2023 in December. So I hope to grow my account by 10% per year. That's my initial goal, and so that is what I am looking for. Thanks for watching my video. I know I was rambling on quite a bit, but I'm happy to present what I have to the YouTube community. If you have anything that you'd like to share, please leave it in the comments below. And if you're looking for your questions answered, you can leave your comments below so I can get back to you. All right then, have a great day, and we'll see you later. Happy trading.